Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ray Dolan, live from the back of the bus at 11:52, coming to you with a special guest on board. It's just flown in the whole way from just out in Dublin Road, little around Clonard direction, I think, but I'm not too sure. Her name is Louise, and she laughs a lot, and it's Living and Laughing with Louise, and it's Granny Nancy's book, and Granny Nancy's book is out at the moment, and she's doing a world tour actually, and she'll be in Mullingar on Saturday in Esquires at what time, Louise?
We're there from 11 till 2.
Now, I'm afraid to ask her any questions because this woman does not stop. She goes, boom! And I have to hand it to her because I was watching her and she said good night to everyone last night. You said good night for nearly an hour and a half.
I know, it's a real Irish thing. I can't get out the door. I'm like trying to go, but I can't leave. We come here for 3 days.
It doesn't matter. We've cleared out the whole week, the afternoon. We are here, and it's Lou. They call you Lou. They do.
Call me Lou.
And where are you from, Lou?
I'm from Broadford, which is just beyond Clonard.
Is that Broadford or just Broadford?
Well, it depends what time you get me in the day. Broadford. I'm from Broadford, but I'm representing Clonard in many ways.
Right. You know Derek up there in the flower shop?
I do. Sound as well.
Absolute
Derek,
legend.
Absolutely.
Fantastic people. Now, you've arrived with cake.
I have. I brought buns because it's tradition to arrive with buns. Irish style.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget, I've been leaving for 3 hours and arriving 3 hours later as well. Apple tart. Because Granny said, you know, apple tart. Everyone needs an apple tart in their life.
It looks very good. Did you make that this morning? It's
I
still
did.
warm?
5 a.m. You know yourself.
Legend,
up with the birds.
she is.
The birds were looking around at me saying, is she getting up again?
Thank you very much.
I brought my mug.
Show me the mug.
The Granny Nancy mug.
Oh,
She's always dancing.
Better check out something there because we're upside down, backwards, forwards. Here's the thing.
That sounds like my life.
Learn and then look at Granny Nancy.
Swipe. Oh, that's very fancy.
No, did you know how to do that?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're going to learn
keep
something
pressing
today.
those buttons.
So this is Granny Nancy's cup. Now, you brought the book as well. A cup of tea is always the answer, no matter what the question.
Yes, because no matter the question, no matter the problem, no matter the thought, boil the kettle. If you're under pressure, boil the kettle. If you're lost, boil the kettle.
Do you make the tea or do you just keep boiling the kettle?
Well, I do quite a bit of boiling the kettle, I have to be honest. Well, I get to the tea, yeah, like 75 cups a day if it's on.
Did you ever try tea with ginger?
No.
We drink it all the time. Yeah, just buy the ginger, cut it up, throw it into the pot and boil it up, and then stop, stir, and then give it 3 minutes. Pour, add milk.
Add milk?
Yes.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say leave the milk out, and I was going to say, don't look at it, see what that's
No.
Ginger.
Yeah.
Ginger. Okay, I'll try it
There
there.
Very healthy, and you never know. Did Granny try ginger?
No, I don't think so. We never got into the ginger thing.
Right,
I don't know.
Fair enough. Your Granny lived to a huge age.
She did. Come here. She lived to 107 years and 328 days. She was just a month short of her 108th birthday.
Amazing woman.
She was, like, come here, the truth about it is I sound biased because she was my grandmother, but she was an amazing woman. Like, just to think of a heart, an organ beating for that long, your eyes, what she would have seen, all the stuff we see in a short life, you know, and her mind and her hands. I always used to look at her hands because I loved looking at her hands going, imagine that we're here for 107 years. It's a long time.
Did you live with her or did she live with you?
I lived with her I moved in when she was 105. So she broke her hip when she was 105.
Oh no!
Which, against all the odds, you know, things can be very hard when you break your hip. But what I would say, Ray, is like, you know, she was so strong in her mind about getting better, about recovering from that. That she went in on Christmas Eve to Tullamore Hospital. The surgeon that was on was a shoulder surgeon, but he could do hips. But he was like, "Oh, I don't think I can do this." You know, you're 100. She was 105 at the time, and it was Christmas Eve. But Granny got a hold of everyone and rounded them in to say, "Well, now, is it my age you're afraid to do the operation?" And they were like, "Well, we don't want anything to happen." And Granny said, "Well, just pretend if I was 70, can you fix my hip?" And he was like, "Of course I can." So what happened? She went in for like a 6 hour. She was awake for the whole of it. Gamma nail into her hip, and like 3 weeks later, up and down the halls of Tullamore Hospital, and they were like, "What's the story with Nancy?" And she was like, "I'm only 70, remember?" And out she came. She came home then after about a month in respite, and then I moved in with her, and there was no looking back.
Brilliant. And as I say, you took all that energy from her.
I did. I took all that energy from her and all the fun, and sure, we just had the time of our lives, you know.
Now, there's a big family in it because I know Alan May is related.
Yeah, he's my cousin.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
he's grandson of Granny.
Because I remember him mentioning it, and I said, because there's so much publicity around her.
100%, yeah.
It was unreal. I mean, everyone was calling. It was announced busy. The kettle must have been on.
It was, and the apple tarts were on the go. Sure, who wouldn't pass that house? Open door policy. And you know, that's the thing about her. She was so open, Ray. You know, like, the truth is, if she was here now, she'd be saying, come on, let's get into the car and go into Ray.
Wow.
You know, so she was open.
And as well as that, she was, as I said, she was a huge age.
Huge age. Like,
Was she married?
She was married to Bob.
How long was Bob around?
In 1989, they were in a car crash going to Mass in Clonard. Yeah, sad story. And they were in the middle of the road crossing over to Clonard Church, and a car came the other way and struck them. And that poor girl was actually travelling.
You keep
Here
watching.
we are! Look at us! Sure, look,
That was
really
Jacinta.
lovely.
Jacinta, sorry I couldn't take
Oh,
the
please,
call.
Jacinta.
We'll get back to you in a few minutes. She's in Longford, a good friend, and always looking in the show. Maybe she wants to chat. But maybe she wants to chat on the show, but we can't do it on the show that way. So now, let me see. Everything moved. Right. Back in action. Where were we? Do you remember?
Yes, we were with Bob and
Okay.
Nancy in the car accident in Clonard. And long story short, Granny was had very badly facial injury. She went to Dublin and was, you know, threatened to not survive.
What age is she?
She was in her 70s, I think,
Right.
around then. And then Bob went to Mullingar Hospital, and by unlucky situation, a clot travelled to his heart, and he died. And she was unconscious in surgery and didn't wake for a number of days, and even longer than that, because she missed the funeral. So when she woke, her family had to share the bad news that Bob had gone, and also that his funeral was over. So the thing why I share that is because, you know, Granny was so optimistic and strong and positive, right?
Yeah.
But she had all the bad things happen to her too, you know?
Yeah.
These are the things that we think we can't survive. And she definitely was the person to look towards, to go, oh my God.
Oh my God, is right. It is 11:59. Da, 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 da. What happens at 11:59?
I don't know what happens at 11:59.
12 comes.
Oh,
And then we do the 12 bongs.
I can't wait.
So we're waiting now. 59. Still 59. Is it 59 your phone out there? I have to congratulate you. It's 12 o'clock.
Okay.
So what we'll do is you do one bong, I'll do one bong,
Brilliant.
you do one bong, I'll right.
Yeah, and I
you
want
wanna
to
start
say
it?
to your sound as a bell, because here comes the bongs. I was waiting to use that joke all morning. I did it.
Okay, you start.
Bong.
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 That's 6, isn't it? Bong.
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 Bong. I think you do the last one.
Bong.
Amazing. Fair play to you.
I'm quite a good bonger.
I know you were practicing them last
I
night. weren't
was.
you? Before you went to bed, after doing that live broadcast for an hour and a half, then you went and practiced your bongs.
I did.
Did you
know
pray
me well.
last night before you went to bed?
I did.
Fair play.
I did. And I said a prayer on the live as well. Yeah, throw the prayers in every so often.
Yeah.
And I do pray. Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. Because there's not a lot of heavy stuff out there.
A lot, exactly, and very, yes. And if you pray, folks, keep her lit. The other thing is, this is after really mushroom roll balled for you, because you had a big launch there in Johnstown House.
Yeah, in actually the Hamlet Court in Johnstownbridge, the Hamlet Court Hotel. Yeah, that was last Sunday week. So it's just, the book was only out a week and 2 days, and the launch was really special. I actually said, you know,
There was
Ray,
thousands of that.
well, there was a good lot, there was a few hundred at it anyway. And you know what? It's one of those moments in your life where you dream something and you hope it'll come together, and it did really come together in this magical way. And the best part of it, you know, if nothing else happened in my life, I could have died the next day and I would have went, yay! I got
You
there.
felt fulfilled.
I did. That's the word I was looking for, Ray. Yeah,
Right.
fulfilled, and you know, just so happy that there was a room full of love together, and it was brought through this woman. But luckily enough, I've been gifted her legacy to be able to share it, because there's a whole lot of light in her, and we need loads more light in this world.
Very much so, and we need all the light we can get. Today was a great day for light.
Amazing blue
Now,
sky.
It went dark very much this morning, then the big cloud came over and then it disappeared. And when you think about it, your mind changes every time. So when the sun comes out, you go, oh! And when the light goes down, you go, oh. But another thing I actually notice a lot is, do you know when you get up really early in the morning, you're probably going somewhere and it's dark, right?
Yeah.
And you're driving along, you get these amazing ideas.
Yeah, true story.
That's the wind.
I know.
You get all these amazing stories, and then the light comes out and the stories disappear.
Yeah,
Or the ideas disappear.
true.
So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just that opening up of your mind to that area in the morning. But what I reckon is you should write down them ideas and then fulfill them later on, if you can.
I couldn't agree more too, because I find even nighttime, I like working at night. For me, what it is, it's about the world being quiet. Like that, everything just, like everyone's asleep, apart from the animals. Of course, they're out there flat out doing their thing. And then also, then you have the moon and the stars, those small little lights of the stars. It was the other night, it was so beautiful. And there's something about the dark and the tiniest bit of light sneaking in that, like, for me, is exactly what you're saying. I get inspired at those times, and obviously you do as well if you feel that.
Exactly. Now, the other thing is, how did you get involved in your social media then? Where did this come from?
Yeah, well, I've always been active on social media myself personally, but the page, the Living and Laughing with Lou page, that formed because of COVID. That was me going up and down the avenue, having a laugh, and then in with Granny. And then also, I just decided, you know what, my personal page was kind of expanded in a way that I didn't expect. So then I started up the Living and Laughing with Lou page, and then, God, there's been no turning back.
There's no turning back, because I mean, you've got .com as well.
Yeah,
Living and Laughing with Lou.com.
You are.
What's on that?
What's on that is the book. The book is for sale through that, because I'm distributing the book myself for Ireland and England, and I'm doing it through livingandlaughingwithlou.com. And that has actually, it has come from the Facebook page and the Facebook family, who I know loads of them are looking in here with you, because they love you and I love you, and we're so lucky to be here together, because I know they're so excited I'm here with you. Real life, he's real life, you know. I like a real life bus. And you know, I suppose we're very much similar of our mindset, Ray, because as I said to you when I got on the bus, you're such a great person for what you do, because we need more people like you. We need more doors opening, hands being held out, as you did when I stepped on the bus, hand out. You know, that's what we need. We need more people looking up, eye contact. And I mean that transferring in a big picture way. But what does it take? It takes small steps by people on the ground just doing it. And that's what you've been doing since you started this. That's why it's amazing you're still doing it, because now the world is opening again. And now we can actually move into space where this virtual world can now double up with the real. With a lot of people, they've lost the virtual element and been like, okay, let's go back to normal life and real life. Yeah. But what you've done, you've kept it. And that's why he's a legend, because you didn't give up on this audience and this group of people. Instead, you have united us and the virtual together. And I just think it's a win. It's a win for people on the ground. It's a win for hearts and win for mental health.
But there's two ways of thinking of it as well, mental health and that. So there's two people that we are. We're the virtual person. We want to be that virtual person who is this, that and the other, straight hair, long hair, short hair, white hair, whatever, and different face, stronger nose, taller legs. You know what I mean? All that. And you want, that's in your virtual world, and then you have your reality world. And then we keep, so what's happening is we're going into the virtual world a fierce amount. Yeah. We're getting very happy.
Yeah, we are.
You know, I love it.
Yeah.
But we still have to step back and say, this is the reality. Yeah. And as I say, if we can connect the two, happy days.
That's it. It's about the balance.
Yeah, if you can manage that, and luckily enough, we're happy to be doing this and be in the other world. You know what I mean?
I know,
you know?
But look, that's what I suppose I'm reaching to you to say. You're doing that. You're reaching that middle ground of the mix of both, because real life is real life. It will bite you in the arse, and it'll leave you standing there going, what just happened? But the virtual, if you push out the good, that's what people are receiving, and that's what we need. Think about all the news stories of the last month or 2 months. They've been really heavy. After the last 4 or 5 years, they've been really heavy. We need more light breaking through. Like you said about the dark in the morning, when the sun starts to rise, there is nothing as beautiful as that. No. And in the evening, it's setting. And the stars and the moon. What is that telling us in a natural scale? It's telling us the light is the power in the dark.
And the other thing is we must never forget nature.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And the colours of the trees keep changing, and all that beauty out there, and nature doesn't stop.
No.
We can have all this virtualness going on, but we still have to get back to nature, because nature still grows the grass, still grows the plants, and we still, probably younger kids don't understand that. It just comes in the shopping centre, but still we got to get back to that area of understanding that if you put something in the ground, you put water and then it grows.
Yeah, and it doesn't grow in 5 seconds.
No.
It takes time, and we have to wait, and I couldn't agree more with you. The grass, amazing. Look, where would we be without food, air in our lungs, the trees? Like, I love seasons. People sometimes are like, oh, I don't like the seasons. I love the seasons, and I know you do too, because it's like like life. Nature represents for me that life will keep going, no matter how you feel about it. It'll keep moving forward, and in that is great growth within us, because it gives us the opportunity to figure out, can I cope in this moment? And actually what you realise, you can. The tree could get bashed and bruised by all the storms of life, and it still stands, and its roots are in there because it's rooted into the ground and so for me, I see it as we're all like trees, and the roots are our family and our friends that support us. But at the end of the day, we have to stand on our own 2 feet when things hit us. Bang! You have to find your inner resilience and strength, but it's a combination of digging deep in yourself, but it's a combination also of those people around you. You lean. When you can't stand, you lean. You say, come here, can I talk to you and have a cup of tea? Cup of tea, it's the winner for everything. Boil the kettle, everyone, boil the kettle.
And
apple tart,
apple tart, and the bun.
Oh, the buns, they're actually nice looking buns, if you ask me.
Nice looking bun.
They're good looking buns. A good looking bun.
You're such a good looking bun.
I'm such a good looking bun.
Now, I want you to read me a piece of the book.
Oh my God, I never thought about that.
Oh, I thought about it.
Do you want to pick a piece?
No.
Well, no, I would love you to pick the piece.
Lovely. I love pictures.
I love pictures. There's 133 pictures because I love pictures too.
Oh, this is it. What do you think of The Mask?
Oh, okay. Well, now this was recorded when COVID was in, it was really, we were locked in. Okay, what do you think of The Mask? So this was me interviewing Granny, sitting beside her, and actually, look, I'll show them a little photo there of her if they can see it. That was her and her phone, because she loved her landline phone. I think it's a very important part of preventing the virus from getting in on us. My family and my carers have always worn their masks, and thank God the virus never got into my home, because they were so good to wear their masks from the start. My granddaughter Louise completely believes in wearing the mask too from the minute this started. And she was right in her thinking. The mask is very important, and it's hard to understand why someone wouldn't wear it. There are some people very ignorant. They think they won't get it, but they will probably end up giving it to you, me, and all of those of us who are following the rules. That's when things get messy, when people don't protect each other. It's always the way when people think they are better than the rules. But we must just keep doing the right thing, because then others will feel confident to do the right thing too. It's all about trying to do your best and also trying to keep others safe as well.
Brilliant. You're very good at reading.
Thanks
Were you
very
good at
much.
school?
I haven't read that in a long time. Anna Barry, I was very good at Anna Barry Junior Infants, but apart from that, no.
Ah, here's another one. Just
Okay,
one more, okay.
Okay, this one.
Yeah, very important.
Okay, what do you think of priests and the role they have played in your life? I think they have a hard old time myself. It's a hard choice to make, that you are giving up all of your life to God and to other people. It's a very selfless act to become a priest. They are great people for doing what to do. It's not easy. It must be very lonely. My faith is very important to me, so I'm very grateful for all my priest friends. Father John Keegan, a family friend all my life. I knew Father John as a child. He lived up the road, and I'm so grateful to have him in my life. He's such a good friend to me. And Father Gerard Breen, another great friend, and he has been so good to me in so many ways. Always bringing me gifts, and great for saying prayers with me as well. Monsignor Maron was another great man of the faith too. He was in this parish and was liked by all. We were sorry to see him leave, but that's the way the church works. Also, Father Tom Gilroy is our priest in the parish, and he does great work. I count myself very lucky to count all priests as my friend.
Tom is a legend.
Well, yeah, there you go.
This book, as I say, is in all good shops.
Well, do you know what? It's actually a tricky one. I'm self-published and independent, so it's actually not in too many shops at all at the moment. Where it's available is livingandlaughingwithlou.com, and it's limited because I'm self-published, so I only have so many. So I'll be in a Squires. Actually, I said 11 too, but I'm actually there from 10 on Saturday in Mullingar, upstairs in the Harbour Place Shopping Centre. Thank you so much for this, Ray. And I suppose the main place to get it is from the Granny Nancy Cup of Tea book tour, which Squires is part of on Saturday, and then the following weekend I'll be in Edenderry, and then from there on I'll be travelling around the country. So I'm aiming to do a 32 county book tour. 32 county book tour in the next few months. Yeah, it's quite exciting. It's quite exciting because I'm following on the trail of, me and Granny did a 32 county virtual mass tour. So she got sick 2021 Christmas 2020, and we were going to do this mass tour, but she got sick, so we didn't do it till after Christmas. So what we did is we were watching masses every day on the phone, on Facebook, and I sent out the idea that we were going to travel to 32 counties from her kitchen. So we travelled to 32 counties all around. So every day I'd say, where are we going to go? And she'd say, well, are we going to bus or the train? The bus? Are we going on the bus? Ray's bus. I should have got you to come out and collect us. The train or the car. We got these money. And then we'd pick a county. And then I'd go off and find a mass. But what happened from that, which was really cool, was all the places in parishes started reaching out to us to attend their masses. So then the Duke Granny shout out me and her. And then after that, that's when BBC and Channel 4 and all that, they love that story, that whole thing of just Granny. And we used to have a great laugh. Cups of tea, biscuits eaten, watch a mass. And then we travelled outside of Ireland, so we got in the plane and we went to Rome, we went to New York and all these places. So that's where the 32 Canteen.
That's virtual.
Yeah, it was virtual. It was virtual, but
okay.
In our minds, we were packing the bag and leaving, but we didn't leave at all. But she was in mass in New York, do you know what I mean? Because we were watching it on Facebook, and then there was around the priest giving us a call out. It was just amazing.
Oh wow!
And that's why she was so good, because she believed in Facebook. She loved Facebook Lives. She used to do Facebook Live with me the whole time. So she'd say to me, "Are we going to do a normal video? We just record, or will we do Facebook Live?" And I'd be like, "Oh, well, do you want to do Facebook Live?" And she's like, "That's the one where they're all listening." I said, "Yeah, that's the one where they're all listening." So he used to do it. We had a whole schedule. Like, it was madness. I know you think I'm mad, because you're absolutely right.
It's very important. Now, what I want to do is, let me see, we had people introducing the show this morning. This morning we had Tom Duffy introducing the show.
Oh. So
big shout out to you, Tom. And they start their show here in Mullingar, that's Duffy Circus, and that starts this evening. So if you want to get your tickets, probably go to duffys.com.
Oh, and it's brilliant. I've been at that circus. It's absolutely amazing.
Right, as well as that, our show is coming to you in association with Machinery Warehouse Limited, and you can either rent or hire, or you can buy it, one or the other. You can probably get the loan of it first, rent it then, and then buy it. But anyway, that's Machinery Warehouse. Big shout out to you guys, and great to see you out there on the road, because they give us a big beep and a wave.
We love them.
Bert shout out. We have Susan O'Brien looking in there from Mullingar. Happy birthday to you. And Caroline Nolan looking in from Monster Evan. Happy birthday to you. John Cusack looking in from Clonaslee. Happy birthday to you. And M-U-C-K Hashmuk is looking in from London. Hello to you, sir. Louise Enright in Ballylanders, County Cork. It could be Tipperary, I'm not too sure, but I should have checked. Caroline Fulham is looking in from Rathone, which is that way. And as well as that, Hazel Ryan is there as well. Happy birthday to you. Mary Elizabeth Dalton in Mullingar, she's down there. Happy birthday to you. And Alice MacDonald, the legend. And Mullingar Transformation College, that's where she hangs out. Big shout out to you. And as well as that, Westmeath Transformation College as well. Shout out for you as well. Sarah Drew is in Ballycarrigy. Happy birthday to you. Caroline McNamee in Mullingar. It's your birthday. And as well as that, Pauline Murray in Donegal, which is
up that way. Round the corner.
That way.
Oh,
and
that way.
Sean Gerard Barry, big long name, from Mullingar, in Mullingar, but not exactly living in London. Happy birthday to you. And Jerry Kelly, the guitar player originally from Kildare, now living in London. Used to play with Joe for many years, and he's living out there in London. So you never know, Jerry. You might come back and play a couple of gigs with us if you want. Now, as well as that, the legend is here. She's here, living and laughing with Lou. Living and laughing with Lou. It's all like one. Living and laughing with Lou.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Granny Nancy.
alliteration all the way.
All the information's out there. livingandlaughingwithlou.com. And as well as that, she's from Kildare.
I am. Don't hold it against me.
Kildare. So is Clonard in Kildare?
No, we've got a border thing, you know. Clonard,
over the bridge?
Clonard, Mead. Yeah, over the bridge. Step over.
Right. And Broadford.
Yeah, just a step here or there.
Legend. And as well as that, Rapture from Mullingar. In Mullingar, they have, if you go in there and you shout, or just say, Ray Dolan from Mullingar, in Mullingar, you get 10% off. 10% off. Just say, Ray said it's okay. And as well as that, Ken Smullen, Food Appeal. Big shout out to you, Ken, and all the legends that are on your team. Bringing food, would you believe it, to Mullingar and Tullamore, because people are going hungry in our town. Hard to believe in Mullingar and Tullamore. If you want to get involved there, go to Ken Smullen Food Appeal and get involved, because deals are there. And if you go to deals and you buy something in deals and you leave it in the box, Ken and his amazing volunteer crew arrive and collect it and give it to people on the weekend at quiet times at night time. As well as that, the GAA Jackpot Lotto draws, they're all over the place, folks, generating money for their club and encouraging the GAA to continue on their merry way. If you want to make some money, just go to their Facebook page, drop in a few pounds, actually find exactly where the link is. Don't throw the money in first. Find the link, open up the link, and then put in 4 numbers, and then put in a few pounds for
44.
Put in the money, pick the 4 numbers, No, you're welcome to. And that's what you do. And you never know. You could have £1,000 in your pocket, in both pockets.
For the win.
For Christmas.
Oh, Jeannie Mac. You could do a lot with that.
So tell us, what exactly do you do apart from going around promoting this book?
Would you believe this is my full-time job? Yeah, I took a big leap of faith back in January when I decided to go for Vogue. So cleared out the old savings there about a month or two ago. Went to the roulette table, put it all in red, all in. So I'm all in on this book, and I'm all in. I'm promoting the whole thing. Yeah, I started writing it in January the 5th, and I finished it on the 19th of September. So it's doable. If anyone's out there and wants to write a book, just go for it.
Zach Bones, and that's Glenn McMahon. He's an album out this week. Go to Spotify and check that out as well. I got your name wrong yesterday, and I probably got it wrong again today. Marty Mulligan is having his launch, a legend from Mullingar in Mullingar, the story of Tuatha De Danann, and it's written and performed by Marty. Be in County Casey's tomorrow night and the next night. Delvin Book Fair is on, and I got the date wrong yesterday. I said 31st.
I know myself. Sure, how would we know what date it is? It's all a blur, isn't it? It's all a blur. Who knows?
I'm looking at it. I have it written down. It still doesn't make a difference. The 30th
you sound like me.
of October, and it's in Patrick's Hall, so a great place to get a good book. And as well as that, we've got everything covered. Oh yes, we've been lucky enough to be what would you say? We're finalists in the Spirit of Mullingar, Kinnegad and Municipal District areas. This has been put together by the Mullingar Chamber of Commerce, and we have been finalised. So we'd like to thank all the people who voted for us, and you never know. Let's see what happens on the 4th of next month. It's going to be in the Park Hotel, and if you want to go, tickets are on sale at the moment. I think I've covered everything with you, my dear.
You're amazing.
So what's the plan now today? What are you going to do? We just drive around.
I'm going to go down to Squires and have a cappuccino with my lovely friends, and they're amazing people. Oh, Manish and Stuti, amazing people. So brilliant. Nice and so supportive. And I definitely need to say a shout out to them here, because they came on board like that. Didn't even think twice. Yes. Don't you love yes people? Yeah. That just want in on good stuff. And you know what? Even just to mention there, just to shout out myself to say thanks to everyone, Ray, that has supported me on this, because you know, my heart got broken when Granny left, and I really didn't know what I was going to do with
What did she die of?
She just died naturally. We stayed up all night praying and drinking tea, and all of a sudden just sat up in the bed and left.
Did you say goodbye?
Yeah, well, I did. I knew. I just felt.
Did she say goodbye? Did she say?
No, she didn't say goodbye. No, she just let go of my hand, one breath, and gone. And you know what? Isn't that like, for me, that's really encouraging for the good news. Sorry, in the sense of someone getting to die how they deserved it. My dad was 63 and died of lung cancer, and it was horrendous. He didn't deserve that. He was a really good person for all his life, and I couldn't really cope with that afterwards. I have to be honest. It took me an awful lot to understand how being good all your life, you end up getting this terrible end and suffering and 3 months of pain and screaming with the pain, and couldn't die in the end, my poor father. And then when it went, it was traumatizing. And it took me a long time to work out, what is this all about? How does this work? What is the point of all this? And it's kind of like, as I said to someone the other day, my dad died very young. My granddad had a very long life. But as we know, you know what I mean? Like the extremes.
Popped out.
Yeah. And she just slipped off.
How many kids do you have?
She had, who is still alive, is Fenian, is in Brighton. And then there's my mum, Olive, and Mary and Kathleen, all at Clonard. So they're all there. And then she lost her two girls, Margaret and Anne. They were the twins.
Wow.
So yeah, and then she's a lot of.
Now, do you know what we'll do? Because I always see you doing this as well. Yeah. So we'll find out where the people are.
Oh, do find out.
Let's see. Let me see now who's left a message. And come on, Houston.
Just own up now to your counties.
Sarah Williams is looking in there from around Dublin direction. Happy birthday. No, it's not happy birthday. She says, how are you keeping? We're keeping great. Hope you're keeping well. As well as that, we have Margaret Russell.
Margaret Russell, Mullingar.
Downtown Mullingar. Big shout out to you.
Margaret Russell.
And who else? We have Bridget Nielsen looking in from, I think she's England, Scotland direction. Good afternoon, Ray and Lou. And everyone on the bus, have a great afternoon.
Carl Byrne is in Australia. I don't know what time that is. You're upside down.
Do you know what we'll send them a message and see if they chat. Unavailable. No, Carl, if you like our page, maybe that's we might be able to send you a link, and then you're able to come and chat to us in the back of the bus. Anyway, who else have we got here? We have these are people watching in. Louis, great to see you on the bus show. That's Margaret Russell.
Yeah. We love Martin.
And Valentina Popescu, the whole way from Bucharest, who joins us every single day.
God, go on, you good to get.
Yeah, exactly. Philomena Wilson is looking in there as well. Hello. Bong Show, have a nice day. Yeah. And John McCarthy, legend from Mullingar, living in Dungarvan. Good afternoon, Ray. If you can't tonight, don't forget the mother-in-law. Molly is her name, and she's 89 yesterday.
Yeah.
So we're going to sing for her. Hope I don't forget, because I've written down and made a big note of it. So, John, we're doing our best to make sure that we do not forget the song that you requested. And who else have we got here? We have Carl Byrne. Lovely to see you, Lou. Sending yourself and Ray lots of love from Australia.
Down under. Woo! We're only drinking tea and we haven't had enough of it.
Exactly. It's a good tea we're on. And just see this thing.
The ginger, obviously, is what he's had. You know, I have to get that
ginger
into
in the
me.
tea. Now, Miriam McDermott looking in from London. You're very welcome on board. And Valentina saying hello to Derek and Karen, who are in crew. And actually, they made a relation of theirs made this for us
Beautiful.
in crew and
my
sent it to
Mary.
us.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Ooh.
On the bus.
Feel the material, feel
I
the
know
material.
it's here. Oh, yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Granny would love that.
And
now.
it's warm, very
Yeah.
warm. Because when we're travelling home from shows, it could be cold.
I know.
Now, what have we got?
Oh, if you have the window open. Which
I'm
I
in the
see
front
you might need
driving
it.
with the heat on, but the
With
heat
your
one
head out.
it comes out.
I know, I can't get enough of it out of here.
Derek and Karen Campbell, I hope you're having a great day. We're having a ball.
Ah, we're living our best life.
Mick Daly looking in there. Sweet t-shirt again, Ray. Thank you very much.
Up the Mullingar. Woo, woo, woo. You're such a supermodel. Look at you. Left to the right, right to the left.
Mary Glavin looking in from Skibbereen, and she says, "Good afternoon, Ray. Bong, bong, bong," from Skibbereen.
I'll tell
Beautiful
you,
bit of
she's on
bong
the
there.
bus, all right.
She's on. Tracy O'Brien, the book is so well worth reading. Aha, we've got a review already.
Yeah, she's an Isle of Wight. She lives on the Isle of Wight. Hi, Tracy.
And she says, every home should have a copy.
Woo!
Tracy, you're a legend. Thanks for that.
She is a legend.
And great to have a review like that. Damien Rooney, who's the man who orchestrated this
He
event.
did. Go on, Damien Rooney. Go
Oh,
to
and
that.
you good thing.
Woo!
Where does Damien live? Is he out your direction?
Mullingar. No, it's
Oh,
Mullingar. Yeah.
Okay, and where Susan is looking in there from Anne-Marie, who's on yesterday, she's watching in. Anne-Marie says, "Hi Ray, thanks for everything." And she was on the show yesterday. Big shout out to you, Anne-Marie. And Patricia Cooney is looking in there, and she says, "Hi Ray and Louise."
She's out in Kinnegad direction.
Ah, brilliant. Michael Ennis is, what a double act.
Yeah,
It's getting mad in the bus now,
the
lads.
bongs are getting bongier.
Yes, indeed. Now we have a lot of people looking in. So look, I know you're on world tour, so you have to keep moving.
World tour, yeah. World tour to Kinnegad. Woo!
And do you go many times live on Facebook in the day?
I go every day.
Yeah, but is there a time? Do you say, I go once, I go twice, I go 3 times?
No,
like we have the 12 bong show, we
you
have the
first
bus
set.
sessions.
Yeah, I used to be very set. I was set completely in COVID. We used to do 11 in the morning, and I used to do 8 in the evening with me and Granny. And so since in recent times, it's definitely later in the night. I'm a devil. It could be 10 or 11 when I press the button.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's not. It hasn't been consistent in the last few weeks because I'm kind of all over the shop.
At different times, because you're that busy, as I say.
Yeah, and when I'm doing stuff, I just do the live from there. And then if the case is that I'm too tired to go back on, it's like, it might be a case I won't do a live that night. But most of my lives are nighttime, yeah. And the thing is, I have to say a big shout out to the Facebook family, because, oh my God, Ray, they turned up. They were the people who, like, really turned up at the launch. Like, I've got so many offers. And that's why the tour is happening. Loads of people are taking me into their homes. Martina Jones and Eileen McGovern, they don't actually know each other in Fermanagh, right? And they met up for meetings with Eileen's sister. And they're organising the Fermanagh leg of the tour for me. And, like, it's just unbelievable. And you know, I know you know what I'm talking about, when the love that we get from this community that we have built. And on Sunday, I hope to go down to Tralee to Johnny's Cottage. Do you know Johnny's Cottage? Do you watch them? Oh, Jeannie Mac.
Oh, yeah, the 3 women.
Frida, Anya, Miriam. Yeah, and I actually know Miriam from a past life. So I'm hoping to go down to it on Sunday night just to support, because they're launching their first book and it's self-published. And I suppose where I'm coming at, oh my God, the community and the people in this in our phones. It's just magic. So that's the positive side of, because that doesn't always get the push, you know.
Yeah.
People get it's quite easy to give out about things in life, and it's quite easy to find the faults. But for me, the power's in the phone. It's always to do with the person. Like, we have free will in this life, and you can press what buttons you want, and you can say what you want. That's your choice.
Yeah.
But we can also say all the good things and create. Like, look what you have created. It's just magic, and it's magic that like it transcends technology, and it gets into our homes, and it gets into our hearts. And I love that.
And the beauty, as you say, I find the same thing as well, because when we do shows, or we do a solo show, or we do a show with the Dolan family, which are on the weekend, I have people coming up going, and my name is, and oh, Jesus, great to see you. You know, and you've never met them in person. You're going, how are you?
Yeah,
How's
you're
it going?
real. I actually said, a few people said to me, oh my God, you look the same. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, what's your name? Exactly like you. This is funny because we're having a moment. And I'd be like, say, well, Anne Riley or any of those that are there. But like, I'm like, they're like celebrities to me. Like, 'cause I'm like, oh my God, that's you. They're like, oh my God, you're very overtaken with me. It's like, you're in my phone. You've lived in my phone for so long.
But it's amazing, and to have this platform to sort of be who we are is.
Be yourself.
There's one thing I want you to say. Do you know when you say the flashback? Is it look back? What do you call it?
Keep looking up.
No, that's one of them. But do you know when you say we're on our look back? Is that what you call
it? Oh
it?
yeah, I say if you're looking back at this, is it?
Yeah.
At the start.
Yeah.
Thanks for looking back.
Yeah. So there you are.
Oh yes, the end. Thanks so much for looking back at this show with this legend, and I got to sit with him. Woohoo! Bongs and all.
Don't forget, folks, we have the book. And it's going to be out on Saturday in Mullingar, so you want to go down, have a coffee, meet the legend herself. You can actually poke her down there, and she brings tea and buns, and there's merchandise.
There has to be merchandise. It just never ended.
She's on .com.
Oh, she is a .com.
And we'd like to thank, as I say, friends for making this one for us. Put in there. And it's called the 12 Bongs.
It's beautiful.
And that's from our friends in Mullingar, and that's Jer's Pyroworks. So.
And can I just say something before we go? What a legend. I know you all know that. I know it. I just want to say it. Thanks so much for all you do for all of us. Thanks so much. Isn't he just amazing? You're an amazing person who gives up all this time and gives up all this energy and gives all those smiles and that eye contact and that chat in there. And I know all those people in there want to say this, what I'm saying to you. Thanks, Ray Dolan, for being you.
Thank you. There you are, folks. Have an absolute super afternoon for myself and Lou.
Ciao, amigos.
Bye for now, and we'll see you at 5 o'clock, because we're going to be singing around that time. Maybe it could be 5:05. It could be like ourselves. We might be at 8:10. It could be 7:05, or it might be just 6 o'clock when you're sitting down to have the dinner. And there he comes on, and you go, oh my God. He's on, we'll have to watch it. We'll have to eat the dinner as well.
And sing.
Sing the song. Now, there's more legends after coming in there. Okay. Let me see, we'll give them just... Tracy's after sending the link. Where would you get it?
I know, they're the best in the world.
Fantastic. Jerry Farley says, good afternoon, Ray. Two greats, Ray and Lou from Jerry. Thanks, Jerry. Great to have you on board. And Marcella McKeown is there as well. She's looking in from Trim. And she says, well done, Ger Herty. That's class. She's like, boom. Fair play to you, Marcella. And Kay Whelan's looking in there, and she says, great interview. Kay is down in Dungarvan, I think. And Deirdre Klein is watching in there. Margaret Murtha is looking in from just outside Mullingar. And she says, two legends. You are a legend. Two legends. Legends. Right, we're going to go. Mary and Louise. Ray and Louise. It's from Marcella. You both should have your own show. We have. We've done it. Bye. We have to go and make the dinner and eat the tea.
Bye.
Bye.